was an evening of domination for the veterans.
What a spectacle, ladies and gentlemen. We have just witnessed at Turning Point.
As they made a statement to the world.
Another victory for the Main Event Mafia.
That the Main Event Mafia is for real.
Buka, the Legends Champion, would like to welcome you to the Main Event Mafia.
Tonight, they look to tighten their stranglehold on TNA.
Not only does Sting remain TNA World Heavyweight Champion, but the Main Event Mafia just swept the board at Turning Point.
What kind of disarray are the Young Guns gonna be in now?
I am here with the founder of TNA Wrestling, Jeff Jarrett, and the executive investor, Mick Foley. Gentlemen, a rough night this past Sunday at Turning Point for certain members of the TNA roster. The Main Event Mafia decisively winning all of their matches at the pay-per-view event. And now we've got a locker room full of guys with their head down. A little depression setting in around here, it sounds like. Any words of advice from the two of you?
You know, JB, if you stay in this business long enough, we all win and lose our share of matches. But a true professional knows it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get yourself up. So the young guys, all they got to do tonight is get up, shake it off, and get back in the game tonight.
Mick?
You know, Jeff, given their state of mind, I'm not sure that what you have to say is going to sink through. I think somebody needs to go out there and address them personally and offer them a little message of hope.
What, you got Obama on speed dial or something, Mick? What do you got planned here?
You know, sometimes, JB, I think you're indicative of what the problem here in TNA is. I was embarrassed on Sunday night. Embarrassed for myself and embarrassed for the TNA originals. Because sometimes guys don't know when it's right to be serious and when to joke around. Take Alex Shelley. All the talent in the world, but he's so concerned with the shape of my ass that he forgets to win his match. So no, make no mistake, JB, I'll be out there delivering the message, and I am not in the mood to joke around. Got it?
Get him, Mick.
Turning Point. It was a case of total domination by the Main Event Mafia. After victories by Booker T, Kevin Nash, Kurt Angle, and Sting, the big question tonight is how will AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and the TNA Originals respond?
Tonight, the TNA Knockouts will be in action. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner takes on the War Machine Rhino, and Christian Cage becomes a member of the Main Event Mafia.
On the heels of the Main Event Mafia sweep at Turning Point, Mick Foley, the TNA executive shareholder, realizes now is the time for him to address the TNA Originals. But first, let's revisit Sunday's incredible pay-per-view.
Booker T defended the Legends belt for the very first time and beat Christian Cage. And in doing so, Christian Cage has to become a member of the Main Event Mafia.
We've never seen anything like Kurt Angle and Abyss Falls Count Anywhere, all over the Impact Zone, through walls, and finally ending with Angle pushing Abyss off a scaffold through the Spanish announce table.
It was a year in the making. Kevin Nash, Samoa Joe. It was all about revenge. And Kevin Nash gave Joe everything you can imagine. But Joe wouldn't die. But Kevin Nash finally cheated for the victory.
In the ultra-competitive world title matchup, the Main Event Mafia distracted AJ Styles, and that allowed Sting to score the win and retain the title.
As many of you no doubt saw, or many others may have heard, it was not exactly a stellar night on Sunday at Turning Point for many of the TNA Originals. So I would like to call out several of those individuals to come out here in the ring so I can have a word with them. So can I see, in no particular order, AJ Styles,
where the experience of a Mick Foley could really make a difference.
They need some kind of direction, Mike, today, and I think Mick Foley's someone to give it to him.
Samoa Joe, the Motor City Machine Guns,
Eric Young, Petey Williams, Black Machismo, and Consequences Creed.
The executive shareholder of TNA, Mick Foley, is just the kind of individual that can lend the experience that he has had in his many years professional wrestling ring to this group, this TNA Originals faction.
Well, one thing we noticed was that they didn't have the unity that the Main Event Mafia had. That's one thing you got to say about it. They were cohesive, they were together, they had a game plan, and they weren't going to be defeated. These guys seem to lack a little bit of direction, and they need some guidance. And let's see if Mick Foley here can get these guys set on the right path.
We're coming out here. You know, I said a little bit earlier I was embarrassed or humiliated, not by your efforts. I mean, that was second to none. The truth is, if it was all about heart and all about talent and all about desire, every one of you would be a champion. AJ, you'd be the TNA Heavyweight Champion. The Guns would be tag team champions. But the truth is, you don't win a World Series with 4 strikeouts. You don't win a Super Bowl with 4 interceptions. And you don't win respect with 4 losses at Turning Point. So we need to step up to the plate. Are you playing with a booger? Are you, honestly, are you, no, have we got a problem here? Is the shape and size of my more important to you than the loss you suffered against Beer Money? No, you need to look at me and you need to understand the power of words. Do you understand me? You need to understand the power of words like in, take the word in. 2 letters, 1 vowel, 1 consonant. But it can mean so much because I'll tell you the truth. Look at me. Look at me! You are a valuable piece of talent here at TNA. You, however, are not invaluable. You reading me? I will deal with you next week, and that's a promise. AJ, all of you guys need to understand the power of words, right? Maybe nobody better than Joe. It turns out Kevin Nash wasn't just talking when he said he was the smartest man in wrestling. Because Joe, you beat big sexy from pillar to post. But he got the victory. Next time, no more mental mistakes. AJ, speaking of mental mistakes, hey, Sting talked more than anybody about respect. I said, hey, you're the president-elect, and the new generation of wrestlers just got to go out there and take the oath of office. Didn't happen. But you know what? It's a new day. There are always new opportunities. But what you need to do, all of you, is learn from your mistakes, because if you don't learn, then I guarantee you the Main Event Mafia will strike you out every single time. But it's a new dawn. It's a new horizon, and I believe in second chances. Eric, you earned a shot at Sheikh Abdul-Bashir. You earned that shot to face him for the X Division Championship. How would you like to take advantage of that opportunity tonight? Yeah. AJ, little mental mistake doesn't change the fact that you are one of the most talented, dedicated people I've ever seen in the ring. Joe, this is in writing. It's in writing. In a book I published for another wrestling company. I said you were the most convincing badass in the business. You're going to get a chance to show me that tonight. because you and AJ are teaming up for the title when you take on Beer Money tonight on Impact. And who thinks we ought to have a TNA Heavyweight Championship match in our hands tonight? Black Machismo, you want to step up to the plate? Ooh, yeah! Yeah! All of us are going to have the opportunity to take a few more swings. All of us get to step up to the plate. And all I ask you, Creed, Petey, Eric, AJ, Joe, Black Machismo, when you step up to the plate, how about tonight we hit it out of the park?
What an opportunity for the TNA original. Executive shareholder Mick Foley just making the announcement. No less than 3 championship matchups tonight.
Christian Cage, this past Sunday at Turning Point, you lost your shot at Booker T's Legends title. Now you must officially join the main event Mafia. What are your thoughts?
It doesn't really matter what my thoughts are, does it? Because I don't really have a choice.
Christian Cage. Welcome to the family. Now, I know you've had second thoughts about joining the main event Mafia, but tonight, you become one of us. One of the family. And we're going to give you a welcome party like you've never seen before. Oh, yeah. Beautiful women, booze, music, whatever you want. The world is yours. Tonight, you become a made man.
Make sure you put this on.
Welcome to the family.
Some are drop dead gorgeous. Some are just drop dead. Some will break your heart. Some will break your head. Some are supernovas who forever shine. No divas here. Just girls who dare. Those who cross the line. Cross the line with the knockouts of TNA IMPACT.
Still to come tonight on Impact. Christian Cage joins the main event Mafia, plus the TNA Originals in 3 championship matches. Now, let's send it to Lauren.
Bam! Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. ODB, what are you doing? Oh God.
What does it look like I'm doing, Sugar Tits? I'm building a set. Found all this junk in the trash, so I figured I'd put it to good use.
Wait, a set for what?
For my new talk show's debuting next week. But I gotta have Hawaiian Tropicana model looks around here to have my own show? No! Look at Oprah. She ain't too pleasant on the eyes, and she's as big as a trailer. She has her own show, and that Barbara Walters chick, what is she, like 90? If those 2 broads can have their own show, so can I!
God.
See you next week, Candy Patch! Oh, yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a knockout tag team contest scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing team number 1, accompanied by Raisha Saeed first from the Isle of Man, Ruka Khan. And her tag team partner, she stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighs 272 3/8 pounds, and is the TNA Women's Knockout Champion. She is Awesome Kong.
It was 1 week ago here on Impact on West when we witnessed one of the stranger situations involving the TNA Knockouts.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was a situation where Raka Khan coming out to be a partner with Taylor Wilde, and then out of nowhere turns on her and joins forces with Awesome Kong. We were thinking about what a matchup those 2 would be. Now you think about what they're going to be like as a team.
from New Orleans, Louisiana, Roxy.
Sunday at the incredible Turning Point pay-per-view, the tag team of Roxy and Taylor Wilde got a small measure of revenge. Tonight, Raka Khan is brought into the equation, and in my mind, that changes things drastically for this team of Roxy and the Upset Queen.
I got this.
And her tag team partner from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Taylor Wilde.
And here she comes. She put herself on the map here in TNA, I was going to say, with a series of matches against Awesome Kong, but before we could even get this thing started, it is already broken down.
I'll tell you what, Awesome Kong, of course, it wasn't her that got pinned at Turning Point, but she still takes it offensively as there was a loss. She's ready to get it started and just sends Taylor Wilde right into the rail. At the same time, Roxy and Raka Khan are just trading blows, shot after shot. I mean, we haven't even been able to respond to the news that Mick Foley's given us about all the titles that are going to be on the line tonight. We'll try to get to that, but wow, the knockouts have just gone crazy from the beginning. Raisha Saeed just took a cheap shot on Roxy.
We're going to try and keep our eyes on what's going on here involving the TNA knockouts as Taylor Wilde gets tossed completely across the ring by the knockout champion, Awesome Kong. Yes, 3 championship matches yet to come tonight, but first we've got to just touch on how outstanding the pay-per-view was this past Sunday.
I'm telling you, folks, go to TNAWrestling.com. You've got to find out about a replay because it is one of the most talked about pay-per-views. You watch what the Main Event Mafia did, but the matches were absolutely incredible, from the Tag Team Championships to a match everybody's talking about in Kurt Angle and Abyss, and the title with Sting, AJ, Joe, and Nash. It's just off the charts, Mike.
So intrigued by what we're going to see here from Raka Khan, who comes off the ropes and drops the knee. Immediate pin attempt before Taylor Wilde is able to power out before 2. I mean, just look at how physically dominating and physically imposing this team of Awesome Kong and Raka Khan is.
Oh, they are. I mean, standing together, they just look so huge. Look at that suplex right there by Raka Khan, showing what she has. One, not enough as Taylor Wilde gets that shoulder up, trying to get a tag into Roxy, but Raka Khan won't let her make it.
Going to cut off Taylor Wilde, bring her over to the far side of the ring, and tag in Awesome Kong, and the knockout champion is now legal. Boy, Taylor has been on the receiving end of one hell of a beating. Her speed, able to maybe turn this thing around for her and Roxy, but she's got to get the hardcore knockout, Roxy, into this tag team matchup.
She's still just trying to get the reach over. She's so close. She needs to get up, make the tag, and she's done so. And here comes the hardcore queen. And look at these shots, one after another on Awesome Kong.
She's got Kong reeling, but not taken off of her feet. Gonna just climb right up on the back of the knockout champion and clamp on the sleeper hold. But Raka Khan comes in with an axe kick to break that up. And now all 4 of the knockouts are involved in this tag team match, all 4 in the ring.
Well, Taylor Wilde saw Raka Khan and she just couldn't take it. She figured she was, nice double team right there as they double clothesline Raka Khan to the ground, and now Roxy grabs her, throws her in the corner. Now they go right after Kong and they take her down.
Double team drop kick, and now Roxy's going to take Taylor and lift her up, and then drop her down with the backsplash directly down on top of Awesome Kong. Swinging and miss with the clothesline. Oh, there goes Raka Khan over. And with Raka Khan taken out of play, let's see if Roxy and Taylor, what they're going to do. They're going to try and take Raka out even further as Taylor slides through, but then Raka elevates her up, and Taylor comes fighting right back.
How about landing on her feet? Landing on her feet, unbelievable after the baseball slide, but what a shot to Roxy. What a shot by Awesome Kong. Both arms to the chin, taking her up. Implant Buster! Nailed it. 1, 2, done.
Here are your winners, Raka Khan and Awesome Kong.
Raka Khan and the TNA knockout champion, Awesome Kong, victorious in this opening Impact Impact matchup. They get the win thanks to the Implant Buster. On that note, let's send it to Lauren with the Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Guns. Turning point was not so good for the TNA Originals this past Sunday night. How do you guys plan to turn that around tonight?
Well, with wins there's going to be losses. That's inevitable. I think of our group as kind of like a snake. You have two parts. You have a head and you have a tail. And at the head, you have AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. And at the tail, you have everybody else. How they got to the front of the lines, I have no idea. Because last time I checked, this was in communist Russia. This was a good old US&A, huh? Red, white, and true. You pick up what I'm laying down? As far as I'm concerned, kind of like they say in England with their rhyming Cockney slang, we can read and write our own battles. We have Rolls Royces of our own. Tell me what that says on that shirt right there.
Made in Detroit.
Made in Detroit. It says made in Detroit. And the 1967 riots ripped that city to shreds. So if you go there now, there's nothing left but what appears to be haunted houses. As far as I'm concerned, though, we're the Ghostbusters in that town. We're the toughest, we're the strongest, we're the fastest, we're the most handsome. And furthermore, I think we should be at the front of the line.
Absolutely. You know, AJ and Joe, you two want to be at the head of the class so bad. You want to prove yourselves? Well, you know what? Fine. Go for it. Take our lead. But get things done how we do it in Detroit. By any means necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight on Impact in HD.
Eric Young's going to take on Sheik Abdul-Bashir for the TNA X Division Championship.
AJ Styles teams with Samoa Joe to challenge Beer Money Incorporated for the TNA Tag Team Championship.
And it's Black Batista Jay Lethal versus the Icon Sting for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Never has the world of wrestling seen anything like her. Ever since crossing the line into TNA, there has been no one as dominating as Awesome Kong. She's a true force to be reckoned with, armed with brute strength and a ruthless lust for punishment. Awesome Kong is like a freight train of pain. Get in her way and they'll pick up the pieces. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
And welcome back, everyone, to Impact in HD. Let's join Lauren, standing by in the office of Tracy Brooks, TNA's Knockout Law.
I don't care what you have to do, Gong. Sheer want competition. Gong, sheer is animal that need to be fed in order to survive.
Okay, wait a second here.
Silence! Do not talk back. You go find Gong avoidance. I don't care where you have to go. Consider this a warning. If you do not find Gong, your opponents, then maybe next week, Gong, she will feed on innocent civilians. Oh, come on. Even if it means vacation people that glorify that stupid mouse.
Come on, you guys.
And she harm me.
Oh, Raka, while you're here, I have to ask. Last week, you abandoned Taylor Wilde to join forces with Awesome Kong. Why?
Who wouldn't want to be on the side of the beast?
Got nothing but a bunch of freaks.
Some like to maintain the status quo.
To keep doing the same things over and over again.
To stay with what's familiar.
To play it safe. Not us.
We take risks.
We fly higher. We fall harder too.
Sometimes we even crash and burn.
But we are always breaking new ground.
It's easy to play it safe, but where's the fun in that?
TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
Executive shareholder Mick Foley pumped up the TNA Originals by making 3 championship matches tonight, the first of the 3 for the X Division title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a TNA X Division Championship match. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger, residing in Nashville, Tennessee, Showtime, Eric Young.
We kicked off our Turning Point pay-per-view this past Sunday with a wild 10-man X Division rankings match won by Eric Young. He becomes the #1 contender. Mick Foley gives him the title shot now.
And his opponent from Tehran, Iran, he is the TNA X Division Champion, the Middle Eastern Nightmare, Sheikh Abdul Bashir.
I gotta tell you, Mike, I like what Mick Foley's done tonight. He came right out and challenged these guys, not letting them sit there and just think about what happened. You know, it was last Sunday, and they're thinking about those defeats. He puts the challenge right back on them tonight, and what a way to start. Eric Young, after winning that incredible 10-man rankings matchup, getting right into that title because he knows if Eric Young can win this title tonight, momentum will be on their side.
The reigning X Division title holder, Sheikh Abdul Bashir, to put the title belt on the line. I have to admit, this new side of Eric Young, so much more serious than we've seen him in the past, is paid absolutely immediate dividends.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at the guy. I mean, I found out the guy's lost almost 20 pounds in training to be a part of this X Division. I mean, he really has a purpose. One of the people that Joe and AJ's message rang true to was obviously Eric Young. He is just a whole different persona. And I'll tell you something, I think he's primed tonight to take this one from Sheikh Abdul Bashir.
And Bashir, right at the opening bell, tries to attack EY. Eric instead goes right on the offense and takes him over, first with a hip toss, and then jacks his jaw in the corner with a big shot. Bashir going to try and turn it around. Eric float over, belly to belly, right on into the pin.
1, 2. Oh, I'll tell you, Eric Young, just a totally different wrestler right now, and it's a totally different look, and you can see him. Oh, he pulled the referee out of the way with a nice drop toe hold by Bashir, and Eric Young lands right on his face into the ropes.
And Bashir takes the boot, drives it right into the face of Eric Young, and right on him for a near fall. Get any bigger than this? 3 championship matches tonight here on Impact, including Sting defending the World Heavyweight title against Jay Lethal Black Machismo, Beer Money Incorporated putting the tag titles on the line against the phenomenal AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Plus, listen to this, one-on-one, Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump against the War Machine Rhino.
Oh, you don't want to go anywhere. This show's loaded from top to bottom. Now, I'll tell you something. We saw it last Sunday at Turning Point. Again, the friction between the referee, Shane Sewell, and Sheikh Abdul Bashir. Keep your eye on it. There's something about this referee that just sends Bashir crazy. And he's just always aware of what he's doing. But right now, Bashir using those submission holds and grounding Eric Young.
Well, you can see it from the body language of the Sheik. You can see it from his facial reactions anytime that he's involved in a match with referee Shane Sewell. Eric going to back Bashir up into the corner. That's one way to break it. Take him over and then come springing off the ropes and deck the Sheik first with a forearm and then with the running back elbow.
I'll tell you what, using that power game there. Look at this. Just nice snap slam. 1, 2. Oh! Bashir gets the shoulder up in time, but the crowd feeling it. I'll tell you something. Eric Young, so good, I think, for the X Division. Somebody that the crowd loves to get behind, loves to root for. Somebody that can pick that back up, a nice kick to the face, and then just turns right around with that clothesline.
Discus clothesline right on target. You know, Eric has been a TNA Tag Team Champion in the past, but he's never held the X Division title. This would be huge, not only for Eric, but also for the TNA Originals.
How about those shots? As Eric Young sends referee Shane Sewell, and as Shane Sewell hit the ropes, I don't think he saw it. There was a low blow, a low kick by Bashir right into Eric Young, and he's going to have to count him out here. 1, 2. Wait a minute.
It's almost like a second thought right there from Shane Sewell. He might have seen it out of the corner of his eye. I'm not sure, but the low blow by Sheikh Abdul Bashir. And Shane Sewell's asking the fans here at ringside in the Impact Zone, and they're telling him exactly what went down.
Well, I think you can tell by the actions of Eric Young it had to be a low blow. And Bashir is irate. He's saying, you count him. And we've seen this, and he shoved him to the ground.
And then Bashir goes on the attack, choking, throttling Eric Young. But referee Shane Sewell has had it up to here, like a lot of us have, with the Sheik. Uh-oh.
Man, and he's come fired up. Look at those shots. 2 of them. Picks him up, scoops him up, and slams him down. Shane Sewell is just going crazy. He's on fire. And he's not done. Nice drop kick.
Oh, my God. In all my years, I've never
champion.
And new TNA X Division champion, Showtime, Eric Young.
The decision by Mick Foley is huge, giving the TNA Originals the title shots. Think about this. The momentum immediately goes to the Originals. And here they come for the celebration.
Well, what a great way to start as you see Shane Stewart and referee Earl Hebner trying to calm him down. As Shane Stewart just got so angry with Bashir. But I like this. Even Joe and AJ Styles are coming down because they know what this means. This is gold in their camp. And this is a great foundation to start building on.
A well-trained master of technique, Alex Shelley crossed the line when he became a defender of the X Division, standing tall and unflinching in the face of overwhelming odds. Making up one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, one of the most spectacular tag teams in TNA today. Alex Shelley continually astounds with his balance of finesse and agility. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
Moments ago on Impact, this is what went down in the X Division Championship match.
It was great back and forth action, but the tide was turned when we saw that friction again between Bashir and referee Shane Sewell. After he pushed him down, it was the drop kick by Shane Sewell that set it up for Eric Young.
On that note, let's go to Lauren with the TNA Original.
Eric Young, congratulations on capturing your first ever TNA X Division title. A huge win for not only you, but also for all of you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I want to dedicate this win tonight to Mick Foley.
Yeah!
Mick. Hey, guys, hey, Mick opened her eyes. And tonight, and from here on out, it's our time to shine. That's right, guys. That's right. Hey, 6 years ago, it started as a dream, but tonight, it becomes a reality. Guys, reality.
It's so real.
Hey, guys, one down, two to go.
World champion, baby. World championship.
Well, the celebration continues for Eric Young and the TNA Original. Mike Tenay, Don West at ringside, and ladies and gentlemen, this is still to come tonight here on Impact.
Think about this matchup. It's the hitman for the main event Mafia. It's Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner against the War Machine Rhino.
It's the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at stake. Black Machismo Jay Lethal to challenge the Icon Sting.
The phenomenal AJ Styles, Samoa Joe are going to team up against Beer Money for the World Tag Team Championship.
Now, let's check out Rough Cut featuring LAX.
My dad was in the Army for 30 years. It was a Green Beret. My childhood was obviously very, very strict. Growing up as a kid, I was one of the biggest kids. My parents would never let me play football. And finally, the football coaches came to my house in 11th grade and basically begged my parents to let me play. And they finally said if they could guarantee I won't get hurt, that they'll let me play. And of course, they lied. But
didn't play down to football till his junior year, all district, senior year, all state. Phenomenal athlete.
Got a scholarship to junior college up in East Texas, finished up in a four-year school in South Texas, was in a couple of Canadian Football League training camps. Things didn't work out so well. I pretty much gave up football mostly because of financial and economic reasons. My background from football, weight training, and powerlifting, I thought it was a natural transition to go to pro wrestling because you see all these big jack guys throwing guys around. I figured I was well-rounded enough to at least give it a shot.
Sean's a hell of a guy. He's like a big brother to me. When I was coming up in wrestling, which was a long time ago, he would always look out for me. He was like a big brother.
Before I joined LAX back in '06, I was wrestling in Mexico.
He was Mr. Texas. He would wear this red, white, and blue mask, and it was a pretty crazy getup.
Promoter saw me, saw how big I was. Started looking like a bodybuilder, so he wanted me to be Mr. Texas. I said, hey, let's go.
He was the biggest luchador I've ever seen.
In early '06, first teaming up with Homicide, it was a little bit different. You know, Homicide's been successful in every promotion he's been, so you got to give and take and listen. I listened and we bonded real easy, and Homicide's the general, you know. He's one who puts things together, makes things make sense. You know, he's got a great, brilliant wrestling mind. Not a lot of people may not know that, but Homicide definitely is one of my mentors.
I'm here in the locker room of the Main Event Mafia. Kurt Angle, I got to ask you, it seems as though Eric Young and his allies had a bit of a roll tonight, a big victory for those guys. And Eric Young certainly, and company, look to be on a roll.
On a roll?
Okay.
Who did Eric Young beat? He didn't beat anybody in the Main Event Mafia, did he? Did you see us at Turning Point? We were undefeated, 4-0. We dominated. And tonight, the domination continues. And after that, the party continues. Tonight, Christian Cage becomes a made man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing here?
Whoa, hold up, man. What the hell you doing in there, man? Look, get your punk ass out of here.
Look, I got him. Hey, this is the wrong time, wrong place, Petey. You want to talk to me in private? We could do it after my match. But you need to get the hell out of here. You're in the wrong line.
You heard it?
Out, buddy.
Bounce!
Get out.
Bounce!
I'll talk to you after the match.
The hell is going on around here? People just not.
They say you crossed the line.
Like it's a bad thing.
Like it's a bad thing.
Like you've gone too far.
Guess what?
I don't think it goes far enough.
Pain and pleasure.
Blood.
Carnage. Suffering.
That's a simple reality of my world.
Every time they draw a new battle line, we cross it. Without reservation or regret.
Hey, they, whoever you are.
Maybe it's time to draw up something else. Like your retirement plan.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
Black Machismo, tonight, Mick Foley has given you the opportunity to walk out of this building the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. A move that would totally change the balance of power here at TNA.
Balance of power, shifting tonight like the mega powers, yeah. The ball's in my court, and I gotta say, God bless the new president, and God bless my new boss, yeah. Because tonight, men on a mission's going down.
The Main Event Mafia.
Main Event Mafia, whatever. It was me who upset Kurt Angle and shocked the world. And you know what they say about history, don't you? Doesn't matter. The stinger gets stung tonight because history beckons the Black Machismo. Oh, yeah!
Jay. Hey, good luck out there tonight. It's your time. No, it's our time. Give me three.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Right. I got it. Tonight's mine.
Hey, Petey, while you're here, be careful tonight when you talk to Scott.
Be careful. Me and Scotty are boys, you know? Big Papa Pump. He's got the hookup. He's got my hookup. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match on TNA IMPACT is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Main Event Mafia and accompanied to the ring by Kurt Angle from Detroit, Michigan, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
There has never been a faction in the history of professional wrestling like the Main Event Mafia, where every member, even including their official hitman, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, has been a world heavyweight champion. And how about this for showing unity? None other than the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
He's coming over here to the table. I'll tell you what, he's asking if he can join us.
Absolutely.
Tell you what, here's you.
Kurt Angle is always welcome.
We'll get you a chair. We'll get you a chair here.
Get a chair in here for the Olympic gold medalist.
Well, I thought I'd come out here and surprise you guys. I like to support the Main Event Mafia, and Scotty Steiner wants my support, so I came out here to cheer for him. A cheerleader tonight.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, he is the War Machine, Rhino!
Boy, this is a surprise having Kurt Angle join us at the broadcast position. But as long as you're here, Kurt, we want to get your thoughts on an awful lot of subjects, including this one-on-one matchup between Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner and the War Machine Rhino. This is two big bulls going head-to-head.
There's no doubt Rhino's a great competitor, but Big Papa Pump Scotty Steiner, he's our hitman. He's the guy I rely on to get the wins, and he's going to get a win tonight, I guarantee it.
You have to be ecstatic about Turning Point last Sunday, Kurt Angle. I mean, just a few thoughts on the Main Event Mafia going 4 for 4 down the stretch, and what a great night it had to be for you guys.
It was a dominating night. I knew it would happen. We went 4-0. We proved to these guys, these young punks, that nobody can go with the Main Event Mafia. There's no doubt about it, guys.
we have been talking about Turning Point throughout this Impact broadcast and how anyone who saw Turning Point would probably love to check out the replay. And if you happen to miss it, I can tell you this. Kurt Angle versus the Monster Abyss, Falls Count Anywhere. That one single match is worth the entire price of the pay-per-view.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I understand that, but you got to remember, you're talking about the greatest wrestler in the world. No matter if it's Falls Count Anywhere or in the ring or whatever it is, Kurt Angle is going to give his best, and he always comes out on top. That's why I won an Olympic gold medal, gentlemen.
Well, you had to be wondering what it was going to take, though, to beat that guy, because everything you gave him, he kept coming back for more.
There's no doubt about it. Abyss the monster, but he's not smart enough to beat Kurt Angle. I have the brains, I have the technique. There's no doubt in my mind that I am the greatest wrestler today.
Telegraph of the back body drop by the War Machine Rhino.
Beautiful.
And Big Papa Pump, of course, from the University of Michigan. Amateur star Scott Steiner with the belly-to-belly takeover suplex on Rhino.
Fellow wrestler of mine, he was an All-American at Michigan. He has a lot of respect for me. That's why he is one of the best wrestlers in the world today.
Boy, to say that there has been, over the course of the past month or so, a difference of opinion between yourself, Kurt, and the founder here at TNA, Jeff Jarrett, to say there's been a difference of opinion, I think that's putting it mildly.
A lot of people, in this business think, things are work, shoot, whatever you want to call it. Jeff and I, we have our differences, and it's the real deal. I don't like Jeff. I don't like working for him, but I love this company. I love the Main Event Mafia, and I'm committed to that.
I'll tell you what, we're watching Scott Steiner right now with the momentum, taking control, and a big night tonight for you guys when you think about adding another world champion to the Main Event Mafia. That'll be 6 of you now in Christian Cage. I mean, you guys are now starting to look unstoppable.
You know what, Christian Cage, joined the Main Event Mafia. We have a huge surprise for him tonight. This is a big party for Christian. It's a big welcoming party. I can't wait for all the fans to see it.
As Steiner charges into the corner, Rhino able to get the elbow up, sort of caught Big Papa Pump unaware.
That's it, Scotty. Come on, Scotty.
A little bit of a cheap shot with the rake of the eyes, but Rhino comes right back and takes Steiner up on his shoulders. That's pretty impressive.
War Machine not intimidated at all right here by Scott Steiner.
We'll see out the outcome, guys. That's all.
Scott Steiner, the official hitman for the Main Event Mafia. To me, that is absolutely the perfect role, not only for Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, but for the entire faction.
Do you think that this wasn't well planned out? You don't think that I had this in mind for the last 2 years since I've been here? This is what I created. I created the Main Event Mafia for a reason.
And Mike,
respect and commitment, and that's what it's all about.
And Mike, you mentioned the role that Scott Steiner plays, but you've got everybody playing their own roles. I mean, you really do have all the cogs in the wheel, Kurt.
Well, you know what? It's a team effort. Kevin Nash, Sting, Scott Steiner, myself. We have what it takes to have one of the best.
Well, wait a minute. What the hell just
went on there? He sees the gore. He sees the gore. He doesn't want it. Sure enough, he grabs the foot. He realized that Rhino was set up for that gore. And I mean, Kurt Angle took out of here like a bat out of hell. And it has allowed Scott Steiner to get this. Oh, man, Kurt Angle saved it for him.
Here is your winner, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Kurt Angle, the total difference maker in these contests. You're right, like a bat out of hell from the broadcast table. Rhino not able to hit the gore, and Scott Steiner gets the victory. Let's send it to JB.
What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you?
Well, thanks to you.
Final words from the Olympic gold medalist. If he wants back on the headset, I'm not going to be the one to tell him no.
No, me neither.
I am here with the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the Icon Sting. And in just a few moments, Sting, you're going to be defending your World Heavyweight Championship against a very confident Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. We heard his words earlier. Obviously, that side of the locker room feels like there's a little bit of momentum right now in their court.
Yeah, no, I know, JB. I've heard it all before. It was Samoa Joe's night at Bound for Glory. It was AJ's night at Turning Point. And what Lethal and his cohorts do not understand is they are their own worst enemy. I promise you, once they get a few chinks in the armor, once they take a look at all the losses that are piling up in their camp over there, I promise you the fingers are going to start to point. Not only do they not respect us, they don't respect each other. That's the difference between men and boys. That's the difference between us and them.
I'm an Olympic gold medalist, 12-time world heavyweight champion. Some say the greatest athlete in professional wrestling history. I did it all, but I wanted more. I crossed the line that needed to be crossed. I came to TNA for a new challenge, a new purpose, to even be better than I was before. It's a challenge I accept with every ounce of my being and every drop of my blood. TNA Wrestling crossed the line.
Welcome back to Impact in HD, the TNA World title, and all the power and all the control that goes with it. It's on the line next. At the outset of tonight's Impact broadcast, executive shareholder Mick Foley said that the failures of the TNA Originals this past Sunday at Turning Point, well, it wasn't about effort, it wasn't about heart, it wasn't about talent, and it wasn't about desire. Mick Foley laid out an opportunity for the Originals to turn things around, to gain momentum. They already have with Eric Young winning the X Division title. Now it's Jay Lethal's big opportunity.
He defended his championship this last Sunday at Turning Point against the phenomenal AJ Styles, and I'll tell you something, don't even think the significance of that win should be held minor compared to everything that the Main Event Mafia did. If AJ Styles would have won that matchup, it would have been like equal. Like taking home that World Championship, those other 3 wins would have been null and void by the Main Event Mafia. All the pressure was on the Icon. And again, he found a way to get the job done. And I'll tell you what, he did something we've never seen, Mike, today. He was able to avoid the Pele. Nobody's ever done it before.
Now, let's send it to the 6-sided ring. Jeremy Borash has the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the world-famous Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, it's time for your Heavyweight Championship bout of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my left. He weighed in this morning at 210 pounds and comes to us from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Tonight, for the very first time in his career, he attempts to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the challenger, the Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 255 pounds and comes to us from Venice Beach, California. He is the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Icon, Sting.
Coming off the 4-for-4 effort at Turning Point this past Sunday on pay-per-view, Mick Foley determined that tonight was the night. He couldn't wait any longer. Tonight on Impact, he had to lay out the opportunity for the TNA Originals. Eric Young has already cashed in, winning the X Division title. And now, think about this. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship is at stake. with Sting defending against Black Machismo Jay Lethal. And Jay Lethal has been there before in big, high-profile championship matches. It's never before for the World Heavyweight title like this.
I'll tell you what, though, but he's beat World Championships for belts when he beat Kurt Angle for that X Division belt. And the first match that Kurt Angle had that night, I'll never forget that, when Jay Lethal shocked the world. That's why Mick Foley went to him and asked him, "Are you ready?" And he said yes, he was, because he knew that AJ and Joe needed to feed off each other tonight. They needed to feed off each other tonight, and they needed to go against beer money. And Jay Lethal's one of those guys that's just got that special it factor, that heart, that desire that might catch Sting off guard, and he's doing a heck of a job.
Big double axe handle off the top leads to a pin attempt and a 2 count here.
Well, I'll tell you what, he just came off a match at Turning Point with AJ Styles, an incredible match. And then 4 days later, you're right back in that ring with somebody with the speed of Jay Lethal. I mean, this has got to be tough for Sting. And here's a situation Sting wasn't able to prepare for tonight.
Fired off into the corner. And as Machismo comes at him, Sting elevates him to the apron. Lethal springboard drop kick.
Taking control of this matchup, just showing no fear. And sometimes that's what it takes. And look at this. He's going to go through the ropes. Suicide dive right on the icon.
Suicide dive by Black Machismo has the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Sting reeling. Well, look at this, Sting totally on the defensive, and as I look out here down in front of us, it looks to me like he's favoring his knee.
And think about it, Sting just came through a grueling championship match last Sunday. I mean, he can't be healed from that.
And Lethal's right on it. Is the world title in jeopardy? We'll find out when we return. And we are back on Thursday Night Impact in HD. Continuation of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship matchup, Jay Lethal and Sting. You can see Sting still slightly favoring his knee as we get the close-up look at what's at stake in this match. Yes, the TNA Championship belt, but all the power that goes with it as well.
Sting right now is going to try to take him up for another suplex, and he does. And he's just being relentless. He's being methodical, calculating, and relentless. And every time he does these things, it's getting into the head a little bit more of Jay Lethal. What Jay Lethal's got to do is just go back to that devil-may-care attitude that he started with, Mike. Just go out there with nothing to worry about. Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Just go out there and be crazy. But now he's got him thinking about it.
Lethal outside. Sting still favoring the knee. Drops down to the arena floor and takes Machismo. Oh my, did he fire him with impact and authority right into that steel.
I'll tell you what, looking now, the Motor City Machine Guns, and these guys of late have been picking everybody off with their just non-caring attitude, and it's all about us. And oh man, as you watch another wicked shot by Sting into the steel guardrail as the Motor City Machine Guns looking on.
Boy, I agree with you as far as what we've seen from the Motor City Machine Guns as of late. But Don, as I look around the ringside area, I see Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley really rooting on, really cheering for Black Machismo here.
Well, that's the thing. They're so hot and cold. One minute you think, hey, they bought into AJ and Joe. The next minute you think they're by themselves. But right now, I think they're believing in Jay Lethal, and they like what they're seeing, because they know a win for Jay is a win for them.
Lethal feeding off the support of the Guns as well as the crowd. Here at the Impact Zone, tries to mount a comeback. Series of shots to the midsection of Sting, including the elbow, but then he gets cut off. Lethal lands on his feet. Clothesline missed. Mid-ring collision. Lethal got the better of it.
What an athlete. I mean, what an athlete. And look at that clothesline. And look at Jay Lethal. He's fired up. These shots have a purpose as they're going right to the head of the Icon Sting. And now, Jay Lethal looks like he did at the beginning. Nice hip toss. Here he goes. Oh, drop kick right in the chest.
Here we go. Cover. Could be a new champ. No, only 2.
Wow, Sting, you could just see confusion in his eyes. Like, what just happened? I was just dominating this thing. What's this kid doing? Look at him, though. It's Sting holding on those ropes, trying to get some kind of balance, and Lethal just keeps raining in the blows.
Sting drops down, and then you see the collision, and both champion and challenger go down.
Boy, Alex Shelley now jumping up to the ring apron, yelling at the referee, and look at this, as both guys are down. You've got Sabin, and look at him pulling Sting to his feet.
Sabin holds Sting. He says to Lethal, go ahead, Take a free shot. Hit him. But from the look on the face of Black Machismo, I'm not sure he wants his help.
Well, he doesn't want to do it that way. That's not what Jay Lethal's about. That's not how you win a world championship. And he sends Saban going. And then Sting sends a shot. And there's a Scorpion death drop. And there's the 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and still TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Icon Sting!
Judging by the reaction, the immediate reaction to the Motor City Machine Guns, things did not go as planned, obviously, and here comes the leaders of the originals, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, and they are headed to the ring, and this isn't going to be pretty.
Oh, you can see them going right after the gun because the gun's thinking they're doing the right thing. Joe and AJ, this isn't how they want it done either, and I'll tell you what, they've had enough of it with these guys. They're trying to get inside their heads and explain, but these cocky guys won't even listen.
And now you can see Consequences Creed, ODB, and Eric Young, the X Division champ, the other originals, coming down to be peacemakers. Just when you think they've regrouped, just when you think they're on the same page, it all goes to hell. Well, we have been totally taken unaware by this situation that's going down in the back, involving, as I can see, the Main Event Mafia and Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams. They're just beating the hell out of Petey.
I mean, look at Booker T and the shots he's giving. I mean, earlier they said they wanted to talk to him. Of course, that relationship with Scott Steiner we thought was going to come into play, but look at this. Kurt Angle, Scott Steiner, his mentor, just crashed him right in the head with the garbage can. Oh, Petey Williams is just getting killed here, Mike.
I mean, think of the relationship between the official hitman for the Main Event Mafia, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, and Maple Leaf Muscle Petey Williams. This goes back months and months when Petey Williams was made in Scott Steiner's image.
Well, this just shows you how powerful the Main Event Mafia is. I mean, what they say goes. It doesn't matter that these guys got a history. Look at Scott Steiner yelling at him, screaming at him, and beating the living tar out of him, shot after shot, and he's got him up on this ladder. There's nowhere but down for Petey Williams, Mike.
Oh my God, from the top of that ladder. Petey Williams sent down by Scott Steiner. I have to admit, I have never seen anything like this from any faction, anywhere, at any time in professional wrestling. They have an incredible amount of momentum on their side.
He is known simply as phenomenal. AJ Styles crosses the line every time he steps inside the ring, using his death-defying prowess and innovative high-flying agility as he continues to blaze a trail all the way into the history books. The first Triple Crown winner in TNA's history, the Phenomenal One continues to set the standard of excellence inside the six-sided ring. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
It was just moments ago here on Impact when the Main Event Mafia and their official hitman Scott Steiner left their mark on Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams of the TNA Original.
It was the darkest side we've ever seen of the Main Event Mafia. They just absolutely beat Petey Williams to a pulp, took him up high, threw him off ladders, hit him with garbage cans. It was just destruction, Mike.
Mafia said, nobody messes with us. You want a war, you've got one. And they left Petey Williams in a pool of his own blood. And we are back live on Impact, and as you can see, the members of the TNA Originals so concerned as they stand around a fallen Maple Leaf Muscle Petey Williams.
I mean, Petey Williams just lifeless right there on the floor. The blood, you see the blood in Lord's hands, just total chaos.
Main Event Mafia totally relentless. Yes, the war is on. Boy, what a chaotic, out-of-control situation involving Petey Williams, the TNA Originals. Safe to say, Maple Leaf Muscle has felt the wrath of the Main Event Mafia.
I mean, this just shows you the depths to which the Main Event Mafia will go. I mean, consider the history of Petey Williams with Scott Steiner, and then to watch Scott beat on him like that along with the rest of them, like you said, it just shows you what they'll have.
Let's go to JB standing by with the World Tag Team Champions, Beer Money Incorporated.
I am here with the World Tag Team Champions, Beer Money Incorporated, Robert Roode, James Storm, and Jacqueline. Gentlemen, I have to ask you, tonight you have been ordered to defend the World Tag Team titles against both Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
Shush! You done, JB? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let me ask you something. Who in the hell does Mick Foley think he is anyways, ordering Beer Money to do anything? Huh? Does he know who we are? We're the World Tag Team Champions. We're the greatest tag team in the sport today, Foley. So just because you're an executive shareholder now in TNA, doesn't mean you can go around and tell people what to do. As a matter of fact, Mick, Robert Roode will buy and sell you 10 times over, even with my most recent losses on Wall Street. You're a bum. You're pathetic. So why don't you do Beer Money a favor? Why don't you take that John Bon Jovi hairstyle and your $2 thrift store look and hit the road?
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no. Hey, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, you need to concentrate on us, not that little soap opera that you're involved in, because you're looking at the greatest in the world. We only got a couple things on our mind. Turn around here. Our mind on our money, and our money on our beer, and the tag team championship around our waist. Bam! Sorry about your damn luck.
Everybody's doing the same thing. I'll be doing what I'll be doing. I'll be doing my thing. The world spins round to the right, they say. I'll be spinning the other way. Doing what I can, doing what I know. The world's my stage and I'm the show. It is my destiny. It is the truth I seek. In this world I find a way to cross the line. No possibility, originality. Don't be left behind. Go ahead and cross the line. They say yes, I say no. Telling me to stay, I'm gonna go. Me gotta be who me gotta be. I gotta be who I gotta be. It is my destiny. It is the truth I seek. In this world I find a way to cross the line. No possibility, originality. Don't be left behind. Go ahead and cross the line. Feeling the souls of those who don't know. Step of the line to be your own. Listen to the voice whose spirit's free. Come alive and fly with me. It is my destiny. It is the truth I seek. In this world I find a way to cross the line. No possibility, originality. Don't be left behind. Go ahead and cross the line. It's my destiny. It's the truth I seek. It's my destiny. Way to cross the line. It's my destiny. It's the truth I seek. It's my destiny. Go ahead and cross the line.
I have been a world champion everywhere I have been, but I crossed a line and left it all behind to follow my heart. I had a dream and founded TNA. The dream became a reality. The reality, a phenomenon. But the journey has been tough, challenging, at times nearly debilitating. During the darkest times, I persevered and learned one important lesson. Adversity introduces a man to himself. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
Because the newest member of the Main Event Mafia is headed into the Impact Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, when we return to Impact, the official ceremony, the Instant Classic, Christian Cage joins the family.
They say there's a thin line between pain and pleasure. Fiction and reality. Love and hate. And that once you cross that line, there's no turning back.
They are right. Once you cross, you are in dangerous territory.
A world of risk and reward.
Of instinct and survival.
You can't go home.
What awaits on the other side?
What awaits on the other side?
You're never sure.
But I welcome it with open arms and a closed fist.
TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
I'm an Olympic gold medalist, 12-time world heavyweight champion. Some say the greatest athlete in professional wrestling history. I did it all, but I wanted more. I crossed the line that needed to be crossed. I came to TNA for a new challenge, a new purpose, to even be better than I was before. It's a challenge I accept with every ounce of my being and every drop of my blood.
TNA Wrestling crossed the line.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by the beautiful people.
Sarah Palin, we, the beautiful people, humbly admire you. Because not only are you a political fashionista who rocked the same iconic hairdo every day, but you spent $150,000 of your own campaign money on a brand new wardrobe.
That is
and anybody who spends $150,000 on a new wardrobe deserves a position with the beautiful people.
Oh, yes. And Sarah Palin, if you choose to accept our offer, the beautiful people will give you $50,000 to put towards your favorite charity. It could be, I don't know, Hockey Moms of America, or whatever your little heart desires. Heck, for all we care, you can put it towards your favorite name brand shoes. But we've also heard that you got heat for buying a tanning bed. Really? Like, who does that? We promise you, if you come hang out with us, you can tan with us, worry-free, guilt-free. Oh, and Sarah Palin, I too can see Russia from my backyard.
So think long and hard about this offer, sweetheart. Because if you join the beautiful people, you will know what it feels like to be part of a winning team.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Cute Kip, and I approve this message.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough to improve on perfection, and how do you beat 4 for 4? That's exactly what the Main Event Mafia accomplished this past Sunday at Turning Point, and among those 4 decisive victories was Booker T retaining his own Legends Championship against the instant classic Christian Cage. But that match wasn't only about a title belt being at stake.
Well, you got that right. You talk about high risk, high reward. Booker T, confident enough in his ability to put the belt on the line with Christian Cage's future. If Christian Cage lost the match, he would have to join the Main Event Mafia, and you gotta understand why. Think about what Christian Cage adds to this group.
Christian Cage has been so neutral, so non-committal during this ongoing battle between the Main Event Mafia and the TNA Originals. But the loss to Booker T this past Sunday makes it official. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the induction ceremony to join the family.
It gives me great joy to say this. Christian Cage, would you please come out for your welcoming into the Main Event Mafia?
Interesting, Mike, and of course the first thing we're going to do is watch the body language of Christian Cage. Has he accepted his fate? Is he going to come into this willingly? I mean, here's a guy that has been on the fence. Here's a guy that's been his own man. Here's a guy that said, I'll pick a side when I want to pick a side. Well, he was forced last Sunday to pick this side. Can he walk into this group and accept Booker T, and Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, Kurt Angle, and of course Sting?
But if you think about it, Christian Cage is a perfect fit for the Main Event Mafia because he keeps that thread going. Yes, it's another world heavyweight champion joining this faction, It's never happened before in the history of professional wrestling where every single member of a group, of a faction, has been a world heavyweight champion. And now, the instant classic, Christian Cage joins the family. He joins the ranks. Christian Cage tonight is a made man.
All right, rule number one. When we give you a suit to wear, you wear it. Now, Christian, you and I, we've had our differences in the past. Well, quite frankly, I think you've had your differences with just about everybody in this ring. But we're here to welcome you into our family. And I want you to understand what family is in the Main Event Mafia. Okay, family is helping your brothers and sister out no matter what the consequences are, no matter if they're right or wrong. Family is having a bond with all your brothers and sister, tighter than any bond you ever had, even with your wife. That is family. And family is commitment. Commitment is Big Papa Pump Scotty Steiner, who had a career-ending knee injury that any other wrestler would have retired. But he came back and became the hitman of the Main Event Mafia. Commitment is Booker T and Kevin Nash, getting lucrative offers from all over the world, from different wrestling organizations, and refusing them to fight the good fight to make TNA the best company in the world. And they're getting paid pretty well to do it. But then I got a little concerned about the commitment that Christian Cage was about to make. I heard earlier in the week that you and your attorney refused negotiations with TNA. And that in a few weeks when your contract expires, you are going to jump ship to the WWE. And you quoted that you were tired of being the big fish in the company. What do you think about that, guys? Kev? Scott? Book? What do you think? You guys had that WWE lucrative offer, right? But you're still here at TNA. Now, Christian, we've all had that offer. But when it comes down to it, you're here in the ring for a certain reason. It came to me. This isn't a welcoming party. This is a going away party. And if you think those young punks in the back are going to help you, you're wrong. Because once you abandon us, you abandoned them. So I hope your trip up north is well worth the ass kicking you're going to get tonight. So you're tired of being the big fish? Tonight, you sleep with the fishes. The Main Event Mafia style.
Whoa! Well, this is certainly what we never anticipated, but Christian Cage, because of a lack of commitment, it's been taken personally by the Main Event Mafia.
I'll tell you what, we thought he was going to be a made man, but you heard that message. The Main Event Mafia is about commitment, and they heard about decisions he might be making, and look at this. The Main Event Mafia setting their role like they've done all night. If you're not with them, you're against them, and look at what they're doing to Christian Cage.
You heard Kurt Angle. He said tonight, you sleep with the fishes, Main Event Mafia style. What a suplex by Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
The hitman of the Mafia just pulled him out, and they're pulling it back up. They're not done. They're not done with Christian Cage. Oh, Booker T with the kick.
And here comes Booker. Axe kick to the back of the head of Christian.
Kurt Angle screaming in his face. And Kevin Nash rolling up the sleeves. He wants a piece of Christian Cage. Looking to pull him up.
Well, everybody in the main event mafia seems to be getting a piece of the instant classic, including Nash with the jackknife powerbomb.
Oh my God! Christian Cage can't take much more of this. As you see him just laying there prone on the floor. And now Kurt Angle takes the tie off. The Olympic gold medalist, the leader of the main event mafia, wants a piece of Christian Cage. Get somebody out here to stop this.
Here it is.
No!
Angle slam. What a beatdown by the main event mafia on Christian Cage.
This crowd is just stunned by what they've seen. I mean, think about it. It was intimidating when you were watching Christian Cage walk out there, thinking what this could mean to the main event mafia, how powerful they can be. But you see what they feel like. If you're not committed to the cause, then you're going down.
The total lack of commitment by Christian Cage to TNA, and as a result, he is left laying in the ring here at the Impact Zone, just totally laid out, Don.
You can see Kurt Angle just standing over the top of Christian Cage, who's barely moving, and here they are. They stand together, and they hold the hands up.
There'll never be any question about their unity. There'll never be any question about the solidarity of the main event mafia. Christian Cage laid out. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the main event mafia, it's pretty obvious that this is their world. And quite honestly, we're playing under their rules.